You start playing him more. Also have near-death experience, so activates immediately, lasts 3 full rounds. Revive or be revived simply by being near other players. Revive players keep all of their perks, so if we're in a pinch and I have that, which I kind of don't want to use much, is that it's an ultra rare mega, but it is very useful. I also have cashback. Spawns a max ammo power up. I also have soda fountain. When you buy perk 5 activations can buy an extra perk. Gives you free buy one. Ooh. Very sexy. I also have Phoenix Up. No. I'll be right back. I gotta go use the bathroom.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is preseason football. EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun and State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Tonight we move on to week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a good matchup here between the Oakland Raiders and the Arizona Cardinals. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinals out of Oklahoma. Rare talent indeed. First man to be drafted in the top 10 of 2 sports, baseball being the other. He's got his work cut out for him. The Cardinals trying to rebound from a 3-13 campaign. Murray, a quick throw out to Kirk. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Considerable, and every year he works with former NFL players who were great wide receivers in order to improve his game, watches a ton of film, always curious, always finding a way to adapt and improve his game.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. This is Kenyon Drake, the 4th-year man from Alabama. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro, and he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
A very good return that time, 18 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So here are the Raiders under head coach John Gruden in his second go-round. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 22 yards there, a first down. Second year in Oakland for Wallner after being signed off the Ravens practice squad, but only 6 catches, 75 yards a season ago. Then he got a lot of hype in the offseason following OTAs. Their offensive coordinator saying, you know, Darren, you have that position. Coach Gruden went as far as to say, Darren, you have the chance of a lifetime here. Well, now it's time for Darren Waller to go out there and prove it. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a pass caught by Zay Jones. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray looking middle, and it's incomplete. Charles Clay is tight in the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. Fighting through, and he's got space. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Now this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Carlson on for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. Of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll start the drive with Drake. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And the Raiders have got him. Clelin Ferrell brings him down, and that's a play back of his NFL career. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Murray with a 3rd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Clelin Ferrell in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this 2nd quarter. But I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the...
The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. In for the score. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And you don't see the fake field goal often. Here it works for a touchdown.
And sometimes you see it called in the biggest stages. How about a couple of years ago? Packers-Seahawks. And the Seahawks trying to rally. Fake field goal helped them win it and go to the Super Bowl.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Max Crosby in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. He's at the 40. And all the way down to the 29. A huge play there for Arizona. Give him 58 yards on the ground. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the draw. Here's Johnson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. On 3rd down, Murray. And this is going to be incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they'll start the drive here with an end around. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And how about this, a fake? But he will not make the 1st down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Max Crosby in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
It'll be a gain of 7, but still well short here with 4th and goal looming. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it, but here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, You and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
And Bryant's kick is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
Tyrell Williams heading back out on the field now. Second quarter here, he has only one catch, but they have the lead. You got to think, though, he's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Yeah, well, so far, just the single catch. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before half from Murray. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A final shot before break. Murray into a double team, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. Past the 20. So we reach half. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. He's got this complete to Marcell Ateman. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Marcell Ateman, 66 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point. Gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 2nd and 10, Hundley. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. It'll be a gain of 4, and they're going to have a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing, Hundley. He's got a man. It's Williams.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on third down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just kind of shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second and 11 now. Hundley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Max Crosby in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Eric Tomlinson, the intended target, and it's third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And he comes back with one complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Got an open man, it's Aitman. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.